Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we have Kratos as the full-on god in the Greek saga versus the Norse Kratos, the older Kratos. Intelligence. Kratos is again older and wiser. It's the same reason why he won intelligence against the God of War 3 version of Kratos. Fighting ability and battle IQ. Now this is slightly interesting because Kratos at this point is a full-on god. He is legit the God of War. It isn't just the name of a game title, it is literally Kratos' godhood at this point. It's slightly different from God of War 3 Kratos, because Kratos, again, has more experience as a, okay. In God of War 3, Kratos has slightly more experience. That is true. Relatively speaking, it's very minuscule, but he's got more experience. But you compare it to this Kratos, who at this point has seen every war, past, present, and future, knows every ounce of, I honestly, it might not make sense, but I'm actually going to give this one a tie, because Kratos just has more fighting experience, or the Norse Kratos does, but the younger Kratos has access to virtually limitless knowledge when it comes to fighting. Norse Kratos at this point doesn't really have that, because again, he's a god, but he's not like a god of war. I really don't understand what the whole thing is. There's a lot of questions in the God of War universe, as I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of, but Kratos at this point, I think, is very much on par with his older self, at least as a full God of War. Strength, Kratos at this point, yeah. Yeah, Norse Kratos is definitely stronger. Speed. For the sake of being a full-fledged god at this point, I'll give him that. I'll give speed to full Kratos. Durability. Durability, both can tank through buildings and stuff. The issue I have with this is because we don't really get to see Kratos as a full god for long enough. We don't really get to see him do much. That's the issue. In Ghost of Sparta, he's like a partial god. He's not a demigod, but he's like on his way to godhood. He's like ascending to godhood, right? Throughout the game. And then by the end of God of War Ghost of Sparta, he's like full god. And then by God of War 2 at the beginning, he's a god. And then Zeus takes away part of his divinity, transfers it into the Colossus of Rhodes. It's a very short-lived full divinity, pretty much. But when you consider what Ares was able to take, I have to say I'm going to give durability. I'll give a slight edge to Kratos only because he's older and because older Greek gods get, the more powerful they become. And that's about it. But in vulnerability, I'm giving to Kratos because he's got full-on battle armor. Right? Full-on, just Olympian caliber battle armor. Kratos has just got some random armor put on him. There's no question of that. Energy projection, AP, versatility, and X Factor. In my opinion, I really don't see how... Again, Kratos has the Blades of Chaos and Leviathan Axe. That's it. In this game, he's just got the Blades of Athena, but when you consider, again, all of Ares' abilities on top of, again, what Kratos already initially has, Kratos can do so much damage. And he's got access to so much Greek magic. And I think this was even mentioned within the God of War Ragnarok game, where Mimir was like, I heard, gods in Greece could wield every flavor of power imaginable. And Kratos was like, yeah, so did I for many years. And Mimir was like, oh, could you, like, perhaps by, any chance recall that magic? And Kratos was like, no, I can't. Kratos at this point has, again, as a full-on God of War, has access to so much different magic that the Norse Kratos does not have. Again, being physically more powerful does not mean you are overall more powerful. The whole point of this fight illustrates that, right? And as far, again, as the X Factor goes, Kratos at this point has the power of hope, and he's a full god. Kratos, without being, zapped or drained of any godhood from Zeus or whatever, or even the Blade of Olympus, Kratos as a full god is definitely the most powerful version up there with God of War 3 Kratos, bar none, no question. So I think in a fight between these two versions of the character, I think Kratos as a full god will beat Norse Kratos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any insight in the comment section below. I hope you have a great day, and stay tuned for more.